Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is a presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket.
He'll call a screen left by Lindquist. Now picks up his dribble, passes it right side. Dak with it. Dak top of the key. Now Carter Mick. Guarded closely by Mari Shoemaker. Pulls up a long three. Got it!
High school basketball on The Ticket is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust, Sunbelt Rentals, Doane University, Hamilton Telecommunications, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Play It Again Sports, the Nebraska Army National Guard, and Jimmy John's.
Back to Ngoyi, 2:21 to play. First quarter, 10-7, Lincoln Southeast with the lead and the basketball. Three ball on the way, and it's good by Mari Schumacher. Right side in the lane, off the glass, too strong. The tip try, it's in. There's the horn. George Siebel wins it at the buzzer.
Now, calling all the action. Here are Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Hitting no Nick Sainert and no Jay Foreman. It's Austin Orman and Tristan Gomez coming to you live from the corner of 63rd and Adams here in the heart of Lincoln, America, for a fantastic city matchup between the homestanding Lincoln Northeast Rockets and the visiting Southwest Silverhawks. Welcome in, everyone, to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. As I mentioned, I'm Austin Orman. To my left, Tristan Gomez. Tristan, our first time out here calling high school basketball together as a duo, our first one in a long time. We got a great matchup here. Let's go ahead and start with the Rockets as we're about 6 minutes away from tip here at Lincoln Northeast. A 3-8 record on the season. They're on a 5-game losing streak, but for the season, only being outscored by 12 points. The record isn't great, but Lincoln Northeast has been in every game, thanks in large part to Hayden Tenneper. He leads the way, scoring almost 12 points a game, pulling down 5 boards, and Cole Kaufman, the point guard, setting the table.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good team that Northeast has this year. And for them to have success, I think it's just going to be limiting the turnovers. They're averaging over 15 turnovers a game. Woo! And if you minimize just a few of those, think of how many games they've lost by single digits. You minimize a few of those, get a few buckets on those possessions. They're set up for success in those games. And in this one, they're going to need to take care of the ball if they want to have that success.
Some of those tight games you mentioned for Lincoln Northeast have come against city teams. They lost by 10 on the road at North Star early in the year. They lost by only 2 points at Lincoln East. They also fell to Lincoln Southeast. That one final score of 60-47. It was tied all the way through. Also hung with Creighton Prep here in this gym. Lost that one 54-43. You mentioned the turnovers. That in large part, then leads to the offense. The Rockets averaging just shy of 52 points per game. Overall, just 48.5 points per game in their losses, but 61 points per game in their wins, Tristan. You take care of the ball, you knock down a couple shots, whether it's Tenneper or their second leading scorer, a guy like Keaton Weatherholt, who also defends pretty well. That might be the key to success for the Rockets here tonight.
100%. They're going to need to. They have a few guys that can score the rock. They, whether it's Ben Tenneper or Weatherholt. But I think in a matchup like this, they're going to need a guy that really goes off, a guy that takes control, gets some buckets, makes some big shots when they really need it. Because on these other sides, Southwest has quite a few guys that can score whenever they want. You're going to have to find a way to match that energy.
3 players in double figures for the Silverhawks. 10-1 on the year, 6-0 on the road. We mentioned the negative 12-point differential for the Rockets, while the Silverhawks are plus 200 on the year, winning by an average of 20 points per game. Their one loss, Tristan, came to Omaha West Side. A fantastic back-and-forth game. The Warriors pull it out on the road down here in Lincoln. But speaking of guys that can score, it's the Sanders twins that lead the way. Uzziah Sanders averages 21.5 points per game. Micaiah Sanders averages about 18. And then Dakari Wilson, a junior guard, shoots 48% from 3 on his way to averaging 13 points per game. Kind of a 3-headed monster of guys that can really knock the ball through the hoop.
This might be the best backcourt in the state. I think it's very arguable to say that these are some of the most talented guards in this state. And what they do is they're not only just shooting the 3 ball and facilitating and get the ball to other guys, but they're finding ways to get into the lane and score themselves. And it's hard to guard. If you are going under pick and rolls, they're going to shoot it. If you're going over, they're going to find a way to get to the rim. So Northeast is going to have to find a way to slow them down, make sure they're not getting into a rhythm and getting hot early.
As we look at key players for this game for both sides, they go beyond the headliners, right, for Southwest. I think a fantastic matchup is going to come down to either Hayden Tenneper or Keaton Weatherholt, and their matchup then on the other side with a guy like Hudson Mesker, a guy whose 3-point percentage isn't where you would think of for a guy of his caliber, but this is a kid with unlimited range essentially for Southwest. Averages 8 points per game, kind of a 3-and-D guard. Similar sort of story there for Keaton Weatherholt, averaging combined 2 steals and blocks per game, on top of averaging those 10 points. Similar size matchup between those two, both listed on their rosters at 6'1". Was formerly number 1 Lincoln Southwest. They suffer that loss to Omaha Westside, still in the top 5. Lincoln Northeast looking to rebound strong here in a city matchup. They've played these city teams tough. We'll take a break. We'll be back with tip-off next. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in January. Try their hot chocolate latte, cookie croissants, and special winter flavor hot cocoa cream cheese on any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work, to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
To win in sports, adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Hi, I'm Ryan Buck, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you create a game plan for financial success. Call me 402-483-0377. Again, 402-483-0377 to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Sipple, co-host of Early Break, weekday mornings from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is probably O'Rourke's. It's not like I go there that often, but when I do, it takes me back to my college years. It's always been a very chill bar. Seems like they play good music, just a good vibe in there. And I look forward to my next trip into that bar.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome into Class A basketball, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Austin Norman, Tristan Gomes calling all the action. Lincoln Northeast, Lincoln Southwest. Can the Rockets launch into a strong second half of their season? Will the Silver Hawks soar? Tip is up, controlled by Maddox Bell and Lincoln Northeast. Ball going right to left right now for the Rockets. It's Bell with it at the top of the key. He looks down low to Montoya on a flex cut. He goes up through contact, no call. Flying in for the rebound, number 2 point guard Cole Kaufman. He kicks it out to Hayden Tenneper. 3 from the right slot is good. Just like that, a 3-0 lead for Lincoln Northeast on the game's first possession. Quickly this way come the Silverhawks. Tip try by Kerr, no good on the missed layup from Micaiah Sanders. Tenneper thought about it again. Instead, he dumps it down to Bell off the hands. Controlled by Dakari Wilson. He pushes up the right side for the Silverhawks. Measures up Kaufman. He's snaking through the lane. Floater up short. No good. Rebounded Bell. Bell will flip it over to Quincy Montoya. Slows the pace down a little bit. Montoya, wearing pink shoes, gets it to Tenneper there. Lane line extended. With it on the right wing, Kaufman, now Montoya. Tenneper has it right slot. He'll pull. Same spot. 3 in, out, and back in. 2 early threes for Hayden Tenneper.
That's how Northeast wanted to start this game. He gets stops on the defensive end, and Tenneper, he's taking over. I think he knows if Northeast wants to have a shot in this one, he's going to have to have a big day.
It's Kobe Kerr with it. Now over to Dakari Wilson, right slot. Kicks it out to Uzziah Sanders. He lines up a 3. Left slot, rattles home. 6-3. Lincoln Southwest answers.
Uzziah leading all scorers for the Southwest Silverhawks team. He's going to have a big night. I think that's what he's going into this game thinking. He's going to have to be the scorer in this one.
Tenneper gets over to Montoya in front of us. Left slot. Now down to Bell in the left corner. Skip past top of the key. Cole Kaufman thought about it. Instead, he'll give it to Tenneper. Same spot he sit to. Tenneper down low on the flex get to Montoya. He gets rejected. Now quickly the other way comes Lincoln Southwest. Uzziah Sanders leading the break over to his twin brother, Micaiah. Lines it up. He's got the mismatch with Bell. He drives it middle of the paint. He's around. Bell gets a hand on it, but right back to Micaiah Sanders, who puts it up and in. It's a 1-point lead for the Rockets.
Early technical here. Not sure who we got it on.
Micaiah Sanders gets whistled for the technical. Talks some junk to someone on that Lincoln Northeast team. So 5 points for the Sanders twins in the early going. Not enough to match Hayden Tenneper, who's at the free throw line now. It's 6-5 Rockets. Less than 2 minutes into the game. Tenneper's free throw up and long. He'll get another crack at it.
This is a crosstown rivalry where you can just kind of tell you're getting the vibe. These teams do not like each other, and I think we're seeing that real early on.
Tenneper's perfect on the second one. It's a 7-5 lead now for the Rockets, who will take the ball out of bounds on their side of things at half court. So 7 early points in this first quarter in the first minute 59 for Hayden Tenneper.
Tenenberg inballing the ball right now. I think they're going to try to get the ball to him as much as they can. He's the hot hand already. I think you even let him get a heat check even soon.
He averages 12 points per game. He's over halfway there at 7. Kaufman looked inside and said he'll get to Keaton Weatherholt. Now it's Bell, left slot, being guarded by Kobe Kerr. Now it's Montoya, right slot. Some miscommunication offensively from Lincoln Northeast. Now it's over with Cole Kaufman being hounded by Micaiah Sanders. Kaufman now has the switch with Kerr, and Bell has Sanders posted up inside. Good scramble switch there by Southwest. Kaufman lines up a 3, no good. Rebounded by number 2, Uzziah Sanders for Lincoln Southwest.
It doesn't go down, but I think Northeast wants to take time off this shot clock, make sure they're getting the best shot possible.
Dakari Wilson lines it up. He splashes it home, and just like that, Lincoln Southwest leads. That's Dakari Wilson, a 48% three-point shooter, knocking one home from long range.
Northeast is going to need to get a hand up on a lot of these shooters. You know the Sanders twins can shoot the ball, and so can Wilson. You can't let them shoot wherever they want.
It's Bell with it, left slot, skip past Tenenberg. He wants the immediate answer. That one short. Wilson flies in for the rebound. He pushes up the middle of the court. Measures up Kaufman. That would be Kobe Kerr. Way short on that one. Nothing but net the wrong way, but there's Uzziah Sanders for 2. It's 10-7 Southwest.
Northeast going to need to box out if they want to make sure they're getting rebounds. Any second chance shots that Southwest gets is going to really hurt this Rockets team.
It's Kaufman with it there on the right slot. Now it's Tenenberg right in front of us. Montoya left wing. Look downside to Bell. Good activity from Wilson. And ends up with Uzziah Sanders. He's pushing the pace between 3 Rockets over to Wilson. Extra pass. Hudson Metzger lines up a 3. No good. Hustle rebound between 2 Rockets for Kobe Kerr. He'll throw it off of Maddox Bell. Ball out of bounds to the Silverhawks.
The offensive rebounding for the Silverhawks team has been huge. They've been doing it all season, getting second chance shots, getting second chance looks, and now they got the ball out on the baseline.
Into the game now for Lincoln Southwest, number 5, Levante Crockett. He comes in for Dakari Wilson. We also have Owen Wilkie in for Lincoln Northeast, as well as Duoth Yeel. They give Metzger another look. This one short. Another offensive rebound. Kobe Kerr up. That one through contact. No good. His foul will go to the line for 2.
Kobe Kerr is a big man presence that I think you don't really think about when you think about this Silverhawks team. You know, he's the guy that's getting dirty, getting in the paint, and we've already seen him have 2-3 offensive rebounds, and now he's at the free throw line.
Kerr takes that first free throw. It's pure. 11-7. Now it's Lincoln Southwest in front. Kerr wearing very bright pink shoes. He's at the free throw line. Takes a second free throw. That's up and good. 12-7 Silverhawks. With it on the left side is Cole Kaufman. Here comes a trap. Micaiah Sanders got a hand on it. He's going to drive right into Tenenberg, float it high off the window, and good. Micaiah Sanders 2 points. That'll be a timeout, Lincoln Northeast. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. It's Lincoln Southwest doubling up Lincoln Northeast, 14-7. We'll be right back to Lincoln Northeast after this.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to first quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
15-7, Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. This one being played at the home of the Rockets. Austin Orman and Tristan Gomez with you. Gomez, Jack Waltz now in the game for Lincoln Northeast as well. Resetting the lineups for the Rockets, it'll be Cole Kaufman, Jack Waltz. You have Hayden Tenenberg inbounding, Owen Wilkie, and then Duoth Yeel for the Rockets. We'll set the Southwest lineup when we get a chance. Tenenberg will get it in. It'll be Jack Waltz handling the ball. Uzziah Sanders hounding him. Southwest picking up the intensity defensively out of this timeout. They just got a steal that led to a scoop and score going into the timeout. Kaufman lines it up against Levante Crockett, gets it over to Waltz. Now it's with Waltz in the corner. He drives to the middle, dumps it off to Wilkie. Skip pass nearly taken away by number 10, Micaiah Sanders. He saves it to the Rockets. It ends up in a 3 attempt for Waltz. No good. Rebound, Duoth Yeel. Putback is good. Duoth Yeel, the second Rocket in the scoring column.
That's a big offensive rebound for Yeel. It's going to be so crucial for this Northeast team to make sure that they're taking time out of the shot clock and getting the right shots.
Micaiah Sanders dribble handoff, Hudson Metzger. That one tipped by Tenneper, but still gets all the way cross court. Uzziah Sanders. He'll flip it over to number 3, Creighton Meyer. Now it's Micaiah Sanders. Nobody gets a hand in his face. Lines up a 3. It's short. Rebound Meyer gives it right back to Micaiah Sanders. Lost it on the way up. There's Creighton Meyer really fighting, but it ends up with Jack Waltz for Lincoln Northeast. He gets his pocket picked by Micaiah Sanders. Quickly the other way. Here comes Lincoln Southwest. Uzziah Sanders through traffic. Nifty reverse layup up and no good, but he's fouled. He will go to the free throw line.
Austin, we talked about it before the game. Northeast is going to need to take care of the ball, limit the turnovers in order to have success in this one. We've already seen a few of them where the Silverhawks have gotten quick and scored a quick bucket, and that's how this lead has already gotten to where it is.
That foul goes on Cole Kaufman, his first, second for the team. Micaiah Sanders now 2 steals in the early going. Tristan, he averages 2.3 a year as his brother Uzziah knocks down a free throw. He's got 6 points to lead the Silverhawks here in the early going. Montoya returns to the lineup, replacing Jack Waltz. Crockett and Micaiah Sanders were set to exit. Looks like it was just Crockett and Kerr who are out now. So it'll be 2 Sanders, Wilson, Landon Bylene, and Creighton Meyer for Lincoln Southwest. So the second free throw up and good for Uzziah Sanders.
Southwest putting a little bit of pressure on the Rockets. Rockets really going to need to slow it down, not get too antsy, because that's when those turnovers are going to come in.
Left corner, ball's in the hands of Owen Wilkie. Overhead skip pass to Montoya. Tenneper wants it. Right slot. He's matched up with Dakari Wilson. Now it's Yeel. Takes one step on Creighton Meyer, but here comes Uzziah Sanders. He picks the pocket. Two-handed slam in transition. Uzziah Sanders steals and slams. It's 18-9 Silverhawks, approaching 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
It may not look like it when you first see him, but that boy can get up.
Two-footed, two-handed transition slam. With it, Montoya uses the screen from Yeel to go back to the middle of the court. Now he reverses, looking for Tenneper, who will take it with 15 on the shot clock. There's Wilkie. He drives into the paint. Wild right-handed layup up. No good. Southwest has trouble corralling the rebound, so the shot clock will reset. Another crack at it for the Rockets. Bell will replace Yeel in the lineup.
Tanner Brothers making a presence early in this one. You're going to have to find a way to slow them down if you're the Rockets.
Montoya to inbound. Looks down low for Bell. Can't get it there. Now Bell pops to the corner, overhead pass. That's one you can't get away with if you're Lincoln Northeast very often. Good hustle from Weatherholt to prevent the backcourt violation. Montoya has it now, right slot. Wilkie over to Weatherholt. Looking inside for Bell. That pass tipped away, but off the hand of Bell when it's all said and done. Another Rockets turnover.
You can tell the Silverhawks, after Tenneper's 2 early three-pointers, they don't want him having the ball or being the guy that's going to shoot lights out here in this gym tonight. Going to have to find a way for someone else for the Rockets to get on the scoreboard.
Right now it's 7 for Tenneper and 2 on an offensive putback for Duath Yeel. Wilson's got it now. Kerr, now Uzziah Sanders. Here comes Landon Bylene flying around a couple of screens. He lines up a 3, knocks it home. 21-9 Lincoln Southwest.
There's not a single guy on this Silverhawks team that you don't have to worry about shooting the 3 ball. You're going to have to find a way to get a hand up and make them have to get into the paint to score a little bit more.
Good defense there by Wilson, but it ends up in the hands of Owen Wilkie. Now skip pass over to Weatherholt. It's Bell with it, top of the key. Bell over his head, now sets a screen for Wilkie. Thought about a 3, but Bell has a mismatch, puts it on the ground. Skip pass intercepted to Dakari Wilson. Here comes the green and white. Micaiah Sanders takes a couple dribbles, lines up Wilkie. Getting fancy with it. Flip pass off to Kerr is intercepted by Bell. No numbers for Montoya. He'll slow it up along the right side.
I'd like to see the Rockets have a little bit more off-ball movement. Their offense is looking a little static right now. Screen away, pick away, do anything to get this ball moving a little bit more.
Lincoln Northeast just missed its chance at going 2 for 1. They'll shoot about 35 seconds on the clock. That's a 3 from Wilkie. No good. Offensive rebound by Zane Long. The 6'4 senior pulls it down. And when it's all said and done, the Rockets will indeed end up with their 2 shot attempts. There will be Cole Kaufman coming in for Owen Wilkie for what should be the final possession here of the first half.
Yeah, I hope the Rockets take care of the ball in this one. Get the last shot. Don't allow this lead to get any further for the Silverhawks.
The lead is 12. Under 30 seconds to play first quarter here at Lincoln Northeast. Kaufman rejects the screen from Bell. Now he's looking inside to a mismatch, and that one just thrown away. Right idea there, Tristan. That pass was just a little too high. Bell mistimed his jump.
100%. I think Bell's a guy that could be a huge difference maker in this game. He's the tallest guy on the floor, and we haven't seen anyone really get into the paint for this Rockets team. Could just be the difference.
Approaching 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Kobe Kerr nearly had it stripped by Montoya. Now he gets it off to Baileen. He just hit a three. He's measuring up long. Kerr with 4 seconds. Gets it out to Wilson. He's going to take a step back three at the buzzer. That is off the mark, off the bottom corner of the backboard, and no good. Through 1 quarter of play, Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. It's Silverhawks 21 and Rockets 9. We'll be back for second quarter action next on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to second quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln Southwest ball to begin the second quarter. It's 21-9 in favor of the Silverhawks. Isaiah Sanders gets it in to Dakari Wilson, and away we go. Wilson's lazy pass deflected by Quincy Montoya, but Kobe Kerr tracks it down. Gets it off to Uzziah Sanders. Play a bit of a 2-3 zone or matchup zone with some principles here for Lincoln Northeast out of the timeout. Hudson Mesker with it right in front of us here on the right wing. Crockett flashes to the middle. Couple shot fakes. He'll kick it left corner. Uzziah Sanders lines up a three. Cashes it 24-9. Lincoln Southwest. Third three-pointer of the day, Uzziah Sanders.
Great zone breaker by the Silverhawks. Getting the ball into the high post. Then you can look through the whole court, find a guy, and they find Sanders wide open in the corner.
Montoya flips it off to Kaufman over to Tenneper. Back to Montoya. It's with Bell in the short corner extended here on the offense's left side. Now back to Montoya. Bell flashes up. Montoya rejects the screen, gets it over to Kaufman, calling for a screen from Tenneper. Got Tenneper matched up on Uzziah Sanders. Bell over to Keaton Weatherholt. He'll drive. Nice little pocket pass down to Maddox Bell. He goes up through contact. He will be fouled. Head to the free throw line. Charge it to number 5, Levante Crockett.
It's the first time the Rockets have really got the ball in the paint, it feels like. And you see that it's an open shot. Good hesitation from Bell. Get a little pump fake in there. Go up there. Now he's at the free throw line.
So Maddox Bell, tall, lanky senior at the line. His first free throw up and good. Rockets now up to double-digit points a minute into the second quarter as Micaiah Sanders will relieve Crockett after his first foul. Tristan, we talked about it at the onset. The offense has been a struggle for Lincoln Northeast. They're scoring 61 points a game in wins, just 49 points per game in losses as Bell splits his free throws.
9 points a quarter definitely is not going to do it. They're going to need to find a way to get hot. I think Weatherholt's going to need to find a way to get some action in his Tenneper can't be the only guy scoring for this Rockets team.
Still that 2-3 zone out of Lincoln Northeast. As Wilson has it, he'll dump it down to Micaiah Sanders in the short corner. Skip pass over Hudson Mesger. He'll shot fake, pull up from the left wing. Left that one short. Cole Kaufman tracks down the rebound. He wants to start the break. Gets it up to Tenneper. Tenneper can't handle it. Nearly goes out of bounds. Instead, it's saved to Wilson. Wilson saves it right to Keaton Weatherholt, who bricks a three. Now quickly back the other way. It's Micaiah Sanders with a crossover. He is fouled between half court and the three-point line by Quincy Montoya.
The Rockets are getting some pretty good looks. They're just not falling. I think Tenneper's the only guy that's really been knocking down any shots, and that was way early in the first minute of this game. So they're going to need to find someone to get hot, hopefully knock a few down beyond the arc.
If Weatherholt maybe takes a dribble, I like that previous three a little bit more. It seemed a little quick trigger for me. Here's Wilson. He's got it being guarded by Montoya. Now to Micaiah Sanders, high post. Kobe Kerr will take the short corner jumper after the dump-off pass. That's no good. Rebounded by Kaufman. One and done for the Silverhawks. Good defensive possession by the Rockets. Quickly ahead now, it's Bell. He's got it on the left block, working on Kerr, putting his shoulder into him. Has to kick it back out to Kaufman. They go right back into Bell. He brings it down. Sanders digs down. Wild hook shot up, no good. Here comes Micaiah Sanders. He's pushing through the entire Rockets defense Dakari Wilson thought about a one-dribble pull-up. He doesn't take it. Instead, he skips it out to Mesger. Skips it back cross-court, Micaiah Sanders. Wilson shovel pass to Uzziah Sanders. Got the ball above his head. Now casual dump-off pass to his brother on the block. Extra pass down. Kobe Kerr tries to split two defenders. Up and no good.
Good defense by Bell there.
Maddox Bell might have taken that one off the rim. No call. Kaufman missed Bell flashing down the middle of the court. Instead, it's Teneper. He'll take the mid-range jumper. No good.
Shots are just not falling for the Rockets right now. Bell got the ball in the post last and then dished it out. I think it'd be good for him just to go up. I think they're going to need to be a little bit more aggressive if they want to cut into this deficit.
They missed Bell the first time. Not a bad look for Teneper. Thought he could have gotten to the rim. Oh, they missed Bell again on the slip on some miscommunication defensively. It's to Weatherholt on the baseline out of bounds. Ball gets swung around to Teneper. He's at the top of the key, being guarded by Mesger. Now it's Wilson on Montoya. Montoya handles, kicks it to Weatherholt. He'll pull up right slot three, in and out. Good look, but rebound for Montoya. Thought about the second chance three, doesn't take it. Now it's to Bell, back to Montoya, all on this left side. Montoya skip pass to Cole Kaufman, fresh 35 for the Rockets. They've used about 15 of that right now. Teneper to Kaufman in the corner, guarded by Micaiah Sanders. Flex cut to Weatherholt. Couple shot fakes up. No good. Gets it stripped by Creighton Meyer. So here comes Lincoln Southwest the other way. Monty Ritchie not happy.
Looked a little physical. I would have expected a foul call there.
Micaiah Sanders and Hudson Mesger play some hot potato. It ends up in the hands of Micaiah Sanders, who knocks down a three, 27-10, Lincoln Southwest.
These Sanders twins have some smooth jump shots.
Right now, it's Quincy Montoya in the left slot, waiting for a screen from Bell. Uses it. He's being hounded by Uzziah Sanders, who took it away. And now Montoya gets whistled for a foul, trying to take it back. Second foul of the quarter here on Quincy Montoya. He's the first player with two in this one. Changes now for Lincoln Northeast. It'll be Yeel, Waltz, and Wilkie into the game alongside Teneper. And I believe that is still Kaufman. Dakari Wilson handling. One-handed flip pass to Mesger. Still trying to break that 2-3 zone from Lincoln Northeast. Mesger gets it down to Wilson, right corner. He gets a step. It drives baseline. No good. Creighton Meyer fighting for the rebound. He extended that arm, pushed off, and that'll be a foul on Meyer, headed the Rockets' way.
Silverhawks are moving pretty well in this zone. I'm not sure how long the Rockets are going to last in it. You can tell that it's slowing down the Silverhawks a little bit than when they're in that man, though.
Lincoln Southwest applying some full court pressure here. More token pressure. Now it's Bylene. He's guarding Wilkie, who gets it ahead to Jack Waltz. Now it's Teneper. He's driving. He gets it stripped. Good hands there by the Silverhawks. Good defensive activity. Good press break by Lincoln Northeast. Just a little loose with it, but in the end, they'll get a baseline out of bounds out of it with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Austin Norman, Tristan Gomez with you. Looking for Yeel down low. Waltz missed him. Said he gets it up top, or thought he had it. Instead, it's picked off by Micaiah Sanders. Sanders attacks, goes through the contact of Hayden Teneper. Shot no good, but Micaiah Sanders headed to the free throw line.
This Silverhawks team is really just settling in, getting in a rhythm, and they're not the tallest team. They're nowhere near the tallest team. Got quite a few guys under 6 foot, no one taller than 6'4", but they're scrappy on defense and find a way to get handsy on the ball.
Micaiah Sanders, free throw up and good. 28-10, Rockets midway through the second quarter. Now 29-10, it is Lincoln Southwest. Still applying that pressure.
Rockets with just 1 point in the second half. Going to need to find a way to cut this deficit. They're getting open looks. They're just going to have to find a way to knock them down.
Run and jump trap from Lincoln Southwest. Lincoln Northeast handles it, no problem at all. It's Wilkie now on the left wing. Takes a dribble now, skip pass to Teneper. Thought about the three instead. He'll shot fake, one dribble, pull up, another shot fake. Left that high arcing one short. Hudson Mesger will push. He's under control, gets it to Micaiah Sanders. Sanders drives middle, kicks it to his twin brother Uzziah. Now it's Mesger in the left corner. Top of the key, Micaiah Sanders. Back Mesger, left wing. Shot fake, thought about it. He'll get it back to Micaiah Sanders. Shot clock halfway expired. Bylene thought about it. Instead, on the right wing, he'll kick it to Uzziah Sanders. Another three, the third of the game. Uzziah Sanders, 32-10.
This is some of the best shooting I've seen in high school basketball so far. Both these Sanders brothers knocking them down, and it's just coming from the ball movement. They're finding a way to shift the ball around, making this Rockets defense uncomfortable.
Long pass by Tenefer, not advised, but knocked out of bounds. So it will advance the ball here for the Rockets. They trail at 32-10, just under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Could be time for this Rockets team maybe to go back to the man defense or find a different zone because they're getting a lot of open looks.
Little defensive activity would go a long way. It's with Yale. He drives on Kerr. Reverse layup up and good. What a drive from Duoth Yale.
It's a tough bucket. I like the aggressiveness. He's coming off the bench. If he's gonna be the guy that scores, then so be it.
Yale, the third leading scorer for the Rockets on the year. Wilson forces one up through contact, doesn't get the call. Pass ahead to Yale, and it's showtime. Two-handed slam, 4 straight points to off Yale. Yale, a two-handed slam. It's 32-14, Lincoln Southwest.
That's got to get some life into this Rockets team.
Wilson driving kick to Sanders. Another steal. Do we have showtime again? Yale through contact. He is fouled by Micaiah Sanders, who throws his hands up. That, Tristan, was very clearly a foul, but good defensive activity from Lincoln Northeast has led now to a couple of runouts for the Rockets.
Yeah, Yale scoring the last 4 points, and now he's back at the free throw line. I like his aggression. There's been a lot of hesitancy so far in this game from the Rockets, and three-point shots aren't going down. Get to the paint, be athletic, make something happen.
Yale takes a couple dribbles, spins it, first free throw up and down. So for Duoth Yale, that's now 5 straight points. He's got 7 on the game for the 15 for Lincoln Northeast. Second free throw up and good. That's 8 points now for Duoth Yale. He's got half of what the Rockets have. Spilling with it over to Micaiah Sanders. Yale almost had a steal on Kerr, a little casual there. Wilson drives, splits the defense. Good hands again by Lincoln Northeast. And now some miscommunication, and the Rockets give it right back. Tristan, the value of communication a little bit goes a long way. Another good defensive performance, the third straight steal for the Rockets, and they just give it right back.
Yeah, the Rockets, instead of being the team turning the ball over, they're starting to get some turnovers, and then they come back with another one on their own end. They got to find a way to take care of the ball and take advantage of those turnovers.
Rockets back in man-to-man. Uzziah Sanders, nifty crossover. He gets all the way to the cup, lay it in for 2. Southwest still applying some full court pressure. Now Wilkie drives right past Bylene. Throws that one off the hand of Micaiah Sanders out of bounds. Tristan, I thought Wilkie might have had a lane to keep going on that one.
Yeah, that's the hesitancy I'm talking about. I think you just got to be aggressive. And, Wilkie's a guy right there that had an open lane. Get a shot up. If you don't make it, good chance that you get a foul when you're at the free throw line.
Wilkie replaced by Kaufman as the Lincoln Northeast has it sidelined out of bounds. It's Montoya. Takes a couple dribbles now over to Kaufman, left slot. Working on Wilson. They'll take a fadeaway jumper after a couple dribbles. No good. Kerr gets the rebound. Minute 15 to go. Second quarter. Micaiah Sanders wants it all. Fumbles it out of bounds. Ends up tipped off of Lincoln Northeast. Bang, bang play there, Tristan. It was a little bit out of control from Sanders. Kaufman did get a little bit of a hand on it. I couldn't quite tell. I have a little bit of a conversation here. Monty Ritchie, the head coach for Lincoln Northeast, asking the officials to confer.
Big last minute here, especially for the Rockets. You're already down by double digits. You don't want to get it any further. You're down by 18 right now. You got to find a way to get some stops, hopefully get a bucket or two before the half.
Monty Ritchie does not get the call overturned. They get the shot clock figured out. They had reset it, but instead it goes down to 29 seconds. Wilson inbound, Micaiah Sanders. Uzziah Sanders kicks now left corner. Hudson Mesker lines up a 3. That one just long. Rebound, Yale. He'll push. No numbers. Instead, he gets it off to Weatherholt. Lincoln Northeast will slow it up, trailing by 18, under a minute to play, second quarter. Montoya inside to Yale, puts it on the deck. Was working on Kerr momentarily. Instead, he'll skip it back out to Montoya. Left wing now, Kaufman. Kaufman guarded by Metzger. Yale will step into a 3. That one up and over the backboard. No good. A casual pass by Dakari Wilson. Cole Kaufman will take it all the way in. He draws a foul with 38 seconds remaining. Tristan, we've seen this a couple times here. Dakari Wilson didn't have to rush it. He decided to rush it a little bit. He saved it way toward the front court. Didn't tell his teammate it was coming. Results in a trip to the free throw line for Cole Kaufman.
Yeah, you saw the whole Silverhawks team getting back on offense. There was really no one to throw it to. In that situation, though, if you are going to save it, you got to launch it towards your hoop, not towards your opponents.
Kaufman true on the first free throw. decreases the scoring column. Zane Long enters. Quincy Montoya will take a seat. 34-17, Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. 38.2 seconds remaining in this first half. Kaufman's second free throw up, in, and out.
Silverhawks probably going to take their time right here. Hopefully they're not going to be able to get to the last shot. I mean, they got 2 seconds differential on the shot clock and game clock, so they'll handle the ball here and hopefully get a bucket before half.
Right now it's Micaiah Sanders and Uzziah Sanders up top. Dakari Wilson, Hudson Metzger in the corners, Kobe Kerr step above the free throw line. High screen and roll. Micaiah Sanders gets into the lane. He kicks it to Kerr. Kerr lines up a 3 with 10 on the game clock. No good. 10 per rebounds. Lincoln Northeast ought to have the last shot. Micaiah Sanders goes for a steal. Kaufman will launch from half court with 3 on the clock. In and out rebound to Kerr. Tristan, before we throw it to break, let's talk through that last sequence there. Lincoln Southwest doesn't really matter right now, up 17, but the little things for a team in their position, as good as they've been, I think they rushed that last shot. Maybe could have gotten a better one from Kerr, worked for a second one. And then on this end, Cole Kaufman, your starting point guard, your lead ball handler, forgets how much time is on the clock. He launched it from a step or two inside half court with still 3 seconds. He could have walked into a pull-up 3 or maybe even gotten all the way downhill.
Yeah, the Silverhawks defense was a little lazy right there. Didn't seem like they were trying to get a block shot or a steal or anything in that moment. Yeah, you had 3 seconds left. He's at least getting to the three-point line, even inside of the arc, to hopefully get a better shot there. It did go in and out, almost had a shot, but going forward, they're going to have a little bit better clock management.
It's 34-17. Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. We'll throw it to break when we get back. Scoreboard update from around the city and around the state. What's going on in high school hoops and nationwide. Nick Lyman will handle that. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes to tell you more about this game. He's Tristan Gomez. I'm Austin Norman. You're listening to High School Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? Call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind, or steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Not Nick Sainert here. Halftime, Lincoln Southwest leading Lincoln Northeast 34-17 at the break. Silverhawks leading the Rockets 34-17. over at Lincoln Northeast High School on this Friday night, January 16th, 2026. Nick Wyman back here in the 93.7 The Ticket studios. Let's take a look around scores from around the state in the high school ranks. Lincoln East playing out of state in Overland Park, Kansas, taking down Blue Valley 53-43 in girls basketball over there earlier today at Northeast High School. Lincoln Southwest defeating Lincoln Northeast 60-45. Number 1 ranked Lincoln North Star defeating Norfolk 64-23. Those are a couple of the girls' scores that went final earlier tonight. A lot of action on the boys' side currently as we speak around the capital city. College basketball, Creighton right now in a close one with Providence, 81-87 in favor of Providence. Baylor and Kansas right now in the first half with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Kansas leading Baylor 32-24. Other marquee games coming up later. Dayton and Loyola Chicago just tipped off. And in the nightcap, Boise State, Colorado State. In the NBA, Pelicans leading the Pacers leading the Pelicans, in the third quarter, 94-87. Sixers leading the Cavaliers 73-64. Bulls down at the halftime to the Brooklyn Nets 57-40. And the Toronto Raptors holding a 61-52 advantage over the Los Angeles Clippers at the halftime break. 2 other games in the NBA tonight, the Houston Rockets and the Timberwolves tipping off at 8:30, and the Kings and Wizards tipping off at 9. Tomorrow, NFL divisional round matchups begin with the Denver Broncos hosting the Buffalo Bills at 3:30, followed by the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers at 7 o'clock on Sunday. New England Patriots taking on the Houston Texans in the other AFC divisional round matchup, and then the Chicago Bears wrapping up divisional round weekend, hosting the Los Angeles Rams. A big weekend in Husker sports tonight. Nebraska wrestling set to duel with Minnesota in a top 10 clash starting in about 20 minutes between the Gophers and the Cornhuskers up there in Minnesota. Also tomorrow, Nebraska going on the road with their undefeated record facing the Northwestern Wildcats. Tip off at 3 o'clock in Evanston. You can get post game for that game tomorrow, as well as wrestling tonight on 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the Nebraska and Minnesota duel wraps up. We'll send it back out here to Lincoln Northeast High School as the Silverhawks are leading 34-17. Austin Orman, Tristan Gomez on the call.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G165184. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
34-17, Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast at the break. Austin Orman, Tristan Gomez with you on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Tristan, a couple things, the story of this game. We'll start on the Lincoln Northeast side, the homestanding Rockets right now. They got off to a hot start. It was a pair of threes from Hayden Teneper. He knocked him down. You had an answer then from Lincoln Southwest. Micaiah Sanders got on the board with a 2. He got teed up. Teneper splits the free throws, and then from there it has been pretty much all Silverhawks in this one. Went on a big run to take control in the first quarter. They led it 21-9 behind, if my math is correct, 9 first quarter points from Uzziah Sanders, 4 from Micaiah Sanders, and that has been something that Lincoln Northeast hasn't been able to stop. We saw they got a little run there, keyed by Duoth Yeel. Good defensive activity from guards digging down led to a couple of runouts and 5 straight points for the Rockets. But it's been the offensive end, like we talked about in the open, that's been a struggle for them.
100%. It's been a combination of both the turnovers on the offensive end for the Rockets, as well as just missed shots. You know, we've seen them shoot quite a few three-pointers, and they're just not falling, a few rimming out. But some of them have been forced early in the shot clock. I think in this second half, they're going to have to go a little bit quicker than they probably want to, just because they have this deficit. But it's going to come down to taking care of the ball in offense and getting those shots. And when you do have those open looks, you got to knock a few down.
Open looks happened early for Hayden Tenenper. He scored 7 first-quarter points in that opening flurry, has been held scoreless since. I would estimate it's been about 14 minutes of game time, if not 15 minutes of actual game time that Hayden Tenenper hasn't seen the ball go in the bucket. He scored those 7 points early, not since. He averages 12 per game. Also notable glaring holes on the scoring column for Lincoln Northeast trying to keep pace. No points for Keaton Weatherholt so far in this one. He averages 10 per game, is not in the scoring column. Cole Kaufman only has 1 point as the starting point guard. It has been the Duoth Yeel show. A nifty drive here from the left corner for a reverse layup, a two-handed slam among his points. Flipping over to the Silverhawk sideline, Tristan, it's been the Sanders show. They combined for 26 of the 34 points for Lincoln Southwest. Kobe Kerr hit a pair of free throws. Dakari Wilson and Landon Baileen both knocked in a 3 as well. The Sanders twins have been as advertised. They've carried the load for Lincoln Southwest in this one, but they've set the tone defensively as well. Contributing to some of those first quarter struggles was the activity from Micaiah Sanders, who is at his 2 steals that he averages per game. Uzziah Sanders was active, and when they didn't get it, they were at least flustering Lincoln Northeast, making some lazy passes, some soft passes, or baiting them into the pass that Lincoln Southwest wanted them to throw up ahead of the court.
Yeah, the Silverhawks have even been in just a soft press. It hasn't been anything crazy or they've been attacking or trapping much. It's just been they've been putting some pressure on the Rockets, and I think the Rockets guards aren't expecting it and they're not ready for it. And that's created some fast break points, which the Rockets need to stop if they want to have a shot. And then also, I'm so impressed by the ball movement of this Silverhawks team. When they do get an offense set up, it's not a transition 3 or transition bucket or anything like that. They're moving the ball really quick, and we saw the Rockets get into a zone that just did not work out very well. There was still a lot of open looks for the Silverhawks, and I think it just goes to show how well this team moves off the ball.
You mentioned that zone that Lincoln Northeast threw out there as a changeup. I agree with you. They might have stayed in a possession or two longer than they would have been advised to. That was head coach Monty Ritchie's call. But Lincoln Southwest is such a hard team to zone. They're not that big. You would think that a zone with some overwhelming length and size could slow them down, but the Sanders twins are so quick. Dakari Wilson shoots almost 40% from 3. Hudson Mesker can break a zone, and Kobe Kerr can really go to work in the middle of the zone as well as a passer. Had a couple offensive rebounds in that first half as well. I did like the man-to-man, though, from Lincoln Northeast. You take your chances one-on-one, but that's when they were able to get their hands, right, being good in gaps. They were able to bait Lincoln Southwest into driving and then collapsing. They're good passers on that Southwest team, but I think for Lincoln Northeast, if they can up the ball pressure and be able to play at the pace that Lincoln Southwest wants to, because that's really what Lincoln Southwest, I think, does better than any team in the state consistently, at least this year. They up the pace. They make you play at their speed. And like you said, the Sanders twins look in control. Lincoln Northeast guards look a little hurried.
You said it perfectly with upping the ball pressure and bringing a little bit more intensity. We've seen that the Southwest team will, have a few turnovers.
They'll get casual with it.
They'll get super casual, and I think when you allow them to be casual and still get open looks, it's very easy for them, and that's the nonchalant game that they want to play. Well, when this Rockets defense has put some pressure on the Sanders brothers or even made them have to make an extra pass, this Silverhawks team hasn't always gotten these easy buckets. So this second half, it's going to have to be a lot of pressure, especially on ball from this Rockets D.
It's 34-17, Lincoln Southwest leading Lincoln Northeast. We'll be back with the second half of action. Austin Norman, Tristan Gomez with you here. Nick Wyman in studio. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Get you set up for the second half a little bit more here from Lincoln Northeast High School on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Now back to third quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
That's right. Welcome back into Lincoln Northeast High School. Austin Orman, Tristan Gomez with you for high school basketball, Class A high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. A huge thank you to everyone who makes our broadcast possible, all the great sponsors we hear about throughout the game. Tristan, as we approach a minute to go before we get the second half underway, gut check time right now for Lincoln Northeast. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They've really competed against teams in the cities. We led with it. They lost by 2 to East, hung with Lincoln Southeast for about 3 quarters. In that one, only lost by 10 on the road at Lincoln North Star. When you play city games like this, you know it. And being from Millard, you play someone from your city, you want to beat them. You know it's going to be a tough task to come back from 17 down, but gut check time. Show some pride, see what you're made of here, I think, if you're Lincoln Northeast.
Yeah, I think if you're the Rockets, you almost have the idea that this Southwest team might, fall asleep a little bit, think they have this one already put away, put a bow on it, and now we just got to play this second half. If you're the Rockets, up the pressure, get some momentum. You're playing at home. This fan base will get behind you, and if you get to the fourth quarter and you got it as a single-digit game, anything can happen.
It'll be a uphill battle for Lincoln Northeast to get it there. As we mentioned, Lincoln Southwest has not really dropped the gloves at all this year, but if you're Lincoln Northeast, that doesn't mean you're not looking for opportunities to land a jab or two. It will be Rockets ball out of the break. There'll be starters for both teams on the floor here to start the second half. Uzziah Sanders, Micaiah Sanders, Hudson Mesger, Kobe Kerr, and Dakari Wilson for Lincoln Southwest. There'll be Cole Kaufman, Quincy Montoya, Keaton Weatherholt, Hayden Tenneper, and Maddox Bell for Lincoln Northeast. We're underway here in the second half. Now it's the Rockets working from left to right. Montoya with it to Bell. Bell's got it in the left slot. Dribble handoff to Montoya. Bell sets another screen. Montoya rejects it over to Tenneper. Thought about the three. He kicks it over to Montoya. Wide open three and good. Quincy Montoya in the scoring column. He hits from three.
That's the momentum that I think the Rockets want to have all second half. You get that open shot, you knock down a few, you're right back in this ball game. And a block right there.
Good defensive pressure as it ends up in the hands of Tenneper. Tenneper gets it over to Montoya, back to Tenneper on the left side. Kaufman looks inside. Passing lane shot by Uzziah Sanders. Pass intended for Keaton Weatherholt. It'll be Uzziah Sanders taking it the length of the court to lay it in.
Rockets got to respond right here. This is where they can get out of hand, is when one turnover leads to another and you lose that confidence. Take care of the ball, flush it, on to the next play.
Kaufman gets it to Weatherholt at the top of the key, running off some action for him. A down screen set for Kaufman, but Tenneper gets all the way to the rack on Mesger. Hayden Tenneper back in the scoring column. His first points since the first quarter.
Want to see a little bit more of Tenneper out of there. Just continue that all second half. Get to the lane, get to the rim. If you don't make it, hopefully you get a foul call.
Uzziah Sanders backing down. Montoya flips it to his brother Micaiah. Plenty of contact, and Montoya will be whistled for the foul. That'll be the third foul on Quincy Montoya. He broke the scoring column here to begin the third quarter. Baseline out of bounds, offense's right side. It'll be Wilson looking inside to Uzziah Sanders, working on Keaton Weatherholt up and in. Tough finish there for the 6 foot, if that, Uzziah Sanders over the much taller Keaton Weatherholt.
That's a guard that gets a little physical in the paint. This hasn't been a very physical game, but we're seeing a little bit of it when teams are getting in the paint.
Tenneper got it to Kaufman on a flex cut, but Kaufman fell down. Montoya gets the carom. He drives and is fouled.
We'll
see who they tag it with.
Seeing a little bit more aggression out of the Rockets in this second half. I think they're going to need that. If they want to come back, they can't be, just dilly-dallying with the ball, not passing around, not moving. They're finding a way to get to the rim.
First foul on Kerr sends Quincy Montoya to the line. Free throw up and long. 38-22. Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. Montoya measures his second free throw. Also long, in and out, rebounded by Kerr. Empty possession. Here come the Silverhawks. Sanders pushes, now gets it off to Wilson. They swing it around Mesger, now Uzziah Sanders. Kobe Kerr with it, top of the key. Micaiah Sanders being guarded by Quincy Montoya. Spin move, up, under, through, and in. Nifty spin move from Micaiah Sanders. He's on the board in the second half.
Micaiah is one quick guard. He's a guy that you can't let get too far away from you, or he's going to find a way to spin his way through to the rim.
It's Weatherholt with it, now being guarded by Uzziah Sanders. Tenneper lines up a deep three over Hudson Metzger. He knocks that one down. Hayden Tenneper, little shot in the arm for the Rockets.
Love it. All second half out of Hayden Tenneper. Going to need it out of him. You can see that he's got that confidence back he had early in the game.
Uzziah Sanders uses a screen from Kerr. Now rejects it. Tries to get it back door to his brother Micaiah. Thought about a three guarded by Weatherholt. Instead, Wilson lines it up. Immediate answer from long range for Dakari Wilson. That was a deep one, a step or two behind that three-point line. Wilson's second made three of the game. He also knocked one down in the first quarter.
Little conversation with the ref and a few of the players, getting a little chippy.
Full court pressure being applied here from Lincoln Southwest. Montoya's got it, being guarded by Wilson. He just cashed a three. Metzger's coming for the run and jump trap, but instead Wilson a step slow. It's called for a body foul. Second foul of the quarter for Lincoln Southwest.
Yeah, in this soft press, no reason to try to get that steal. I think what you're trying to do is just put a little bit of pressure on the Rockets. No reason to get handsy or reach in for that one.
It's Montoya with it. He crosses the timeline. Gets it off to Tenneper. Metzger in his face now. Weatherholt inside to Bell. Faces up on Kerr. Now backs him down. Spin move. Step through. Reverse layup off the bottom of the rim. Away with it is Uzziah Sanders to his brother Micaiah. Micaiah through traffic through the foul of Cole Kaufman. No good, but he'll go to the free throw line.
I like Bell to be a little bit more physical down there in the post. It seems like he's trying to avoid a little bit of contact. Go straight up. You're a bit taller than Kobe Curry. Maybe have a little bit more weight to you, but go up strong, be the taller man there.
I would guess that Bell has a couple inches on Kobe Kerr. Kerr's listed at 6'4" as the free throw rattles around and out from Sanders. Montoya, Bell, and Weatherholt will sit. It'll be Yeel, Waltz, and Wilkie in the game now for Lincoln Northeast. I didn't mind the move by Bell. Face up, back down, try to get to the step through, but he tried to go all the way to the back of the rim. For as long and lanky as he is, couldn't quite get it done. As Sanders splits the pair of free throws. 44-25, Silverhawks. Waltz handles, gets it off to Yeel. Now it's with Kaufman. Being guarded by Uzziah Sanders, two guarding two. Kaufman loses the handle. He's in trouble in the corner. Sanders hounding him. He gets it up to Tenneper. 20 on the shot clock. Now back to Kaufman. Near steal by Sanders. Kaufman challenges Kobe Kerr. Kerr thought he went straight up, raked the arms down a little bit. That'll be the second foul on Kobe Kerr, and Cole Kaufman will head to the line.
Kerr played that beautifully. You see a guy driving the lane, started straight up, and then you get a little eager and a little antsy, and you want to go for the block right there. He gets his hands, reaches in. Just stay straight up right there. That's a tough shot to make to begin with.
Looks like Creighton Meyer will enter the game for Kobe Kerr after this first free throw. Kaufman out on that one. He misses. Been a struggle shooting from the line for Lincoln Northeast. It is Meyer now into the game for Kerr. Kaufman in his salmon pink shoes takes his dribble, lines up the free throw, leaves that one short, but offensive rebound by Yeel. He went up and over everyone. Kaufman thought about the three. He won't take it. Instead, he dishes off to Tenneper. Tenneper drives, finger roll from the corner, around and out. Southwest pushes. It's Wilson ahead to Uzziah Sanders. Gets his foot clipped by Owen Wilkie. Uzziah Sanders heads to the free throw line.
Big offensive rebound on the free throw by Yeel right there. Got to find a way to get those points when you get those second chances, and you see how quick this Silverhawks team can get back on offense and get to the rim.
Good vertical athleticism there by Yeel to just go up and through. Really four Silverhawk rebounders in the lane. Sanders misses that free throw. Uzziah Sanders just a 76% free throw shooter on the year. His brother Micaiah, 59%. Maybe one of the weaknesses you would point out for this Silverhawks team. Second free throw up and good. The lead back to 20 now for Lincoln Southwest. Uzziah Sanders with 5 in the quarter. It's Waltz handling, gets it off to Tenneper, over to Kaufman. Mishandled it for a moment, gets it back. Now some miscommunication. It's stolen away by Meyer. Creighton Meyer then loses it off his foot and out of bounds. Cole Kaufman taking responsibility for that turnover. But again, Tristan, that's one where if you're a ball handler like Kaufman, just keep that ball, right? You're the one that's going to be in control. You got to be able to deal with some of that intense ball pressure from Lincoln Southwest.
Yeah, I think we're seeing out of the Sanders brothers is how confident they are with the ball, not trying to force a pass or picking up the dribble for no reason. That's just what these Rockets guards need to do is take care of the ball, be confident with it, know you're the guy.
Kaufman has Meyer on him now. They'll throw the flare screen to Tenneper, and instead Dakari Wilson gets called for a foul. His second, fourth of the quarter. Of course, on the next one, we'll get the bonus penalty. Tenneper to inbound directly in front of us. Looking down low to Yale. Instead, it's over to Jack Waltz. Waltz to Wilkie. Here comes a screen from Yale. Rejects it. Wilkie drives left. Floater up. No good, but he's bodied and fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
Didn't see too many foul calls in this first half, and now we're seeing a little bit more in the second. Maybe it's getting a little bit more physical, but I think it's just showing the aggression out of the Rockets of actually getting to the rim now in the second half and not just expecting three balls to go in.
Owen Wilkie leaves the first free throw short. He rejected that screen on the left wing to get to his dominant left hand and got rewarded with a foul call. Wilkie takes his couple dribbles, second free throw up. Deadens on back rim, but bounces out. So an 0 for 2 trip to the free throw line for Lincoln Northeast. It's Wilson with it, right slot now to Meyer over Uzziah Sanders. Here's Mesger coming off a couple screens. He flips it back to Sanders, gets downhill past Kaufman, comes to a stop, kicks it to Wilson. Wilson takes a deep three with 20 seconds on the shot clock. No good, rebound Kaufman.
I think that was a little show shot from Wilson, wanting to see if he could just knock that one down. Definitely not the best shot possible.
And now Cole Kaufman thought he got bodied. Uzziah Sanders says, thank you very much. I'll take that finger roll. Good. 47-25 Lincoln Southwest.
We're going to continue to talk about it's the turnovers on this Rocket offense. Got to find a way to take care of the ball.
Waltz with it over to Tenneper, being guarded by Mesger. Tenneper gives a shot fake. He steps back on the right wing, launches a three. That one up, no good. Owen Wilkie and Uzziah Sanders battled for the rebound, goes out of bounds off of Wilkie back to the Silverhawks.
Not the highest percentage shot out of Tenneper right there, but I really don't mind it. You're down by 20 plus. You got to find a way to knock down some shots, especially three balls. And he's the guy if anyone's gonna do it.
I agree. Maybe not the highest percentage look, but that late in the shot clock with the matchup that you want, I think Lincoln Northeast can live with that shot. With the ball in the front court now is Micaiah Sanders. He's right slot extended now over to Landon Bilene. He'll get it to the other slot. Uzziah Sanders, now Creighton Meyer. It's Kobe Kerr with it being hounded by Duoth Yale. Yale just a little handsy. Gets whistled for a hold. Yale's second foul, fourth of the quarter against Lincoln Northeast. 2:35 to play, third quarter, 47-25 Lincoln Southwest leads. Fresh shot clock. Micaiah Sanders uses a screen from Kobe Kerr. Head fake. Drives on Yale, kicks it to his brother Uzziah in the corner, and another three ball for Lincoln Southwest. And that now, Tristan, is 10 points in the quarter, 27 on the game for Uzziah Sanders.
This has just been Uzziah Sanders' night. There's nothing that can stop him. He's knocking down threes left and right and then getting to the rim, and obviously getting some steals on the defensive end that have led to some easy buckets.
And another long pass telegraphed. Lincoln Northeast retains possession off the tip by Micaiah Sanders. Tenneper looking, gets it into Wilkie. Wilkie now to Yale, got Kerr on him. He'll drive left, spin move all the way to the rim. Yale just out of control, couldn't get it to go. Now here's Bilene pushing. He kicks it up ahead. Creighton Meyer will take a left corner three. That one long. Kobe Kerr, good rebounding position. He goes up through contact, force out and up a little bit. Wilkie has the rebound. He's fouled by Creighton Meyer.
Good move down low by Yale. Just didn't get it down, and I think that's what they're going to need from him this game is be the guy, be the physical presence in the paint, and then, yeah, we saw it how quick. We talked about it all day, how quick this Silverhawks team gets back on offense.
As we march down the court for free throws, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Wilkie takes his two dribbles, lines up the first free throw, and knocks it down. Second one on the way, good as well. Now into the game for the first time for Lincoln Northeast is number 24, whose name is given as Noel Player on the roster. Did not get that one before. Here's Micaiah Sanders, rather, with the ball over to Meyer. Now it's with Landon Bailene. Bailene on the left wing, tipped away by Yield, but controlled by Kerr near the timeline. Kerr over to Uzziah Sanders. He flips it to him, guarded by Montoya. Montoya gives space, stays in front. Quick spin move, Uzziah Sanders, drop down to Kobe Kerr. Kerr will head to the free throw line. Nifty ball handling there from Uzziah Sanders. Tristan, he had the lane. Maybe a little too unselfish trying to pad those assist numbers. That's something you can get away with when you've scored as many points yourself as the opposing team has.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that he can already do it scoring. I think right there, Kobe Kerr hasn't had the scoring night that he's been looking for. Find a way to get him the ball. Gonna need to see some more pressure out of this Rockets defense. I know how shifty and nifty that these Sanders brothers can be, but you got to find a way to get on them, make them a little uncomfortable because they're doing whatever they want right now.
Kerr's first free throw rattles around and out. Second one rattles around and in. He splits the pair. It's 51-27, Lincoln Southwest, 90 seconds to play third quarter. Kerr now 3 points, all at the charity stripe. Montoya to Tenneper, over to Weatherholt. Weatherholt looks down to Yeel. Now it's Montoya with it. He gets the pass off a deflection by Micaiah Sanders. Weatherholt uses the screen from Yeel. Thought about the three. Yeel lines it up over to Kari Wilson. Can't get it. Ball tipped around, controlled by Landon Bailene, out of area rebound. One-handed cross-court pass to Micaiah Sanders. What a block by Duoth Yeel out of nowhere. Now here's Montoya, right wing three up. That one got tipped by Wilson. Now controlled by Uzziah Sanders. Back-to-back blocks. Lincoln Southwest being told now to hold for their final look of the quarter. Could have gone 2 for 1. Back and forth, up and down sequence we had right there. It's Micaiah Sanders with it. He had an open lane. He drives home. Right-handed layup from the left side is good. 53-27. It's Lincoln Southwest in front. Lincoln Northeast now into the front court. 20 seconds on the game clock. Keaton Weatherholt drives. He is fouled. Kobe Kerr whistled for the blocking foul. Head coach Alex Baugh can't believe it. Doesn't like the explanation from our head official, but it'll be Keaton Weatherholt at the line. Scoreless. 10-point per game scorer. Yet to crease the scoring column with 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
There's a lot of pink shoes on the floor right now. I don't know if I've ever seen this many pink shoes.
Third foul on Kobe Kerr as Weatherholt misses the front end. Micaiah Sanders takes a seat. He is replaced by J.J. Goldenstein. Weatherholt, second free throw. Around and out. Offensive rebound, Yeel. He'll kick it out to Tenneper. Right corner three on the way. That one out. No good. Rebound by Montoya. He'll kick it to Weatherholt. Sidestep three. That one on the way. Air ball. Hayden Tenneper gets it. He kicks it top of the key to Quincy Montoya. Montoya drives. Acrobatic. Doesn't get it to go. Yeel, no good. Here's 24. Kick out to Tenneper. Deep three at the buzzer. Around and out. No good. A lot of excitement. No points to end the quarter. It's 53-27. Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. We'll be back in 60 seconds for the final quarter of play here from Northeast High School on 93.7 The Ticket.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention, Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join up and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life.
Now back to fourth quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
The first possession all to himself. He drives in. Good contest by Lincoln Northeast. Nothing doing. Here's number 24. Couldn't find his name during the break. Tough floater up and down through contact. What a move in transition.
That's the first transition points I feel like we've seen. And a quick timeout out of the Silverhawks.
Quick timeout, like Tristan said, here from Lincoln Southwest. We'll keep it right here. 53-29, 7.5 to play here in the game. You mentioned it there for a while. It was Uzziah Sanders with 27 points and Lincoln Northeast with 27 points. Get that floater there, and Uzziah Sanders no longer is keeping pace with Lincoln Northeast on his own. Starters on the floor still for Lincoln Southwest. I wonder for how much longer that will be. Lincoln Northeast has cycled some more players in and out here in the second half. Just about ready to get things going again for Lincoln Southwest. It is J.J. Goldstein in the game now in place of Uzziah Sanders. Micaiah Sanders in the game, Hudson Metzger, Kobe Kerr, and Dakari Wilson. For Lincoln Northeast, it is Cole Kaufman, Hayden Tenneper, Keaton Weatherholt, Duath Yeel, and mystery man number 24, who has 2 points for the Rockets. Here's Metzger, over to Goldstein. Wilson drives, went up with it, no good, got it stripped. Good defense by Cole Kaufman. Ball is loose, ends up in the hands of Micaiah Sanders. Now over Hudson Metzger, over to Kerr in the right corner. He drives on Tenneper, and Weatherholt takes it up aggressively. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Strong drive by Kerr right there. You know, you have Micaiah Sanders still in the game, but with Uzziah out of the game, it's going to be up to some other guys to score. And I think with a lead like this, you let some other guys, get their buckets and find a way to the rim.
Kerr's first free throw is long, no good. Not been the cleanest day from the charity stripe either way.
Yeah, we've seen the Rockets especially leave quite a few at the free throw line. Wouldn't be the biggest difference, but would definitely make it a closer game.
Another miss from Kerr, rebounded by Kaufman. Here's Weatherholt. He lines up a 3. That one no good. Tenneper around the ball for a rebound. Offers a hand to Micaiah Sanders, who says, no, thank you. I'll stand up myself. Thank you very much. It'll be Lincoln Northeast ball out of bounds off of Sanders. Kaufman to inbound, looking for Yeel, not there. Gets it out, hand on it by Goldstein. Kaufman with it now in the corner. Tries the spin move. That one taken away. Metzger with it, flips it to Goldstein. He's across the timeline. Kaufman gets a hand on it. There's a scrum for the ball right in front of us and a kick on Lincoln Northeast. Tristan, that could have been a run-out opportunity for more showtime from Yeel, but instead 24 got his foot on it and gives the ball back to the Silverhawks.
Would have been a big-time transition bucket. Cole Kaufman just needs to slow down just a little bit. Every time he's getting the ball, he's trying to get to the rim and be aggressive, but just moving a little too quick.
One pass into the offense. Hudson Metzger will fire. It's off the mark. Good hustle from Kobe Kerr, but he did not reestablish position in bounds as he corralled the rebound, so the ball will go back to the Rockets.
Nothing really going for either team to start this fourth quarter. I think this is where the time that the Rockets just show some pride and see how many tough buckets they can get.
So here comes Lincoln Northeast. They're up the court. Ball's with Tenneper, now right slot, being guarded by Metzger. Thought about giving it to Kaufman, doesn't. Instead, he throws it to Duath Yeel, or he thought he did, but here comes Kobe Kerr. Kobe Kerr, two-handed slam, no good. He left it back iron. Here comes Weatherholt. He drives middle. Weatherholt attacks. He's fouled by Micaiah Sanders. He'll go to the line for 2. Kobe Kerr had nothing but parquet floor ahead of him. Might have lost the handle a little bit on the way up.
Tough look for Kobe Kerr. You tell he's playing good defense, and he's been lights out in the paint all night on the defensive end, just not his night offensively, and I think that just goes to show it.
So Keaton Weatherholt has yet to score. He missed 2 free throws his previous trip to the line. That one hits everything but the net. So Keaton Weatherholt still scoreless in this game, the second leading scorer for the Rockets. He averages 10 a game. 53-29, Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. Weatherholt finally in the scoring column. He hits a free throw. 53-30. Now into the game for him is number 15, Kyson Mercer, 6-foot sophomore. Mercer will be on Goldstein in the left corner. Dakari Wilson handling, flips it to Metzger, now over to Goldstein. He drives, gets a step, thought about the elbow jumper, doesn't take it. Instead, he'll drive and kick to Metzger, front rim, no good. Rebound, Yeel. Yeel off to Kaufman. Kaufman controls into the front court. Dribble handoff, now looking for Tenneper. He gets it right slot. Tenneper guarded by Mesger. Works on him, works to the left side of the lane. A little pop stop, and it goes for Hayden Tenneper. Back on the scoreboard here, now 7 second-half points.
Tough bucket. When we've seen Tenneper go into that ISO and just make something happen to himself, hasn't scored every time, but quite a few times he's gotten some good looks.
Uzziah Sanders kicks to Mesger, gets over to Goldstein. Now it's Dakari Wilson working on Cole Kaufman. Unsure if we're getting a foul call or not a bounds call. Looks like we get a foul call on Cole Kaufman, his third. Had Dakari Wilson locked up a little too literally there in the deep right corner. Tenneper and Kaufman exit for Lincoln Northeast. Zane Long and Owen Wilkie return to the lineup. Lincoln Southwest ball out of bounds. Wilson one-handed pass up top to Goldstein. Uses a screen from Kerr. Drives all the way down the lane with the right hand. No good. Tip try good from Kobe Kerr. Kobe Kerr, the screen and roll all the way to the rim. Gets the putback.
Good putback by Kobe Kerr right there. Finding a way to see that his guy's going to the rim, be around the rim for that offensive rebound. Easy putback for him right there.
Wilkie thought he had Mercer. Couldn't get it there. Now he does. Top of the key. Mercer ball above his head. Gives it to Yeel. He's at the left elbow. Shot attempt from Lincoln Northeast, up and down. Three-pointer for number 24. It's 55-35 Lincoln Southwest. Now quickly the other way comes Lincoln Southwest as Uzziah Sanders gets to the rim, quickly goes up with the left. No good, but he's fouled.
It's unbelievable how quick these Sanders brothers are. They get the ball, and they're on a mission to get to the rim. And, you know, it's not been the best night for the Rockets, so it's tough to really get back and play defense. But you got to find a way to put some more pressure on them and not make it so easy.
Full timeout, 4 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. We'll step aside for a minute. Be back right after this. 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Now back to fourth quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
$55-35. Lincoln Southwest leads Lincoln Northeast. I'm Austin Norman. He is Tristan Gomez. Just about halfway home here in this fourth quarter. 4:53 to play, 55-35. We have a name for number 24 on Lincoln Northeast. It is Deontay Jackson. He's got 5 points here in this fourth quarter. Hit a nifty floater in the middle of the lane and just cashed a three for the 33rd, 4th, and 5th points of the game for the Rockets. The girls' game ended up 60-45. Lincoln Southwest, the visiting team, well on its way to a sweep. As we reset play here, it'll be Uzziah Sanders at the free throw line. 27 points for him through 3 quarters. Creighton Meyer in the lane alongside him. Mesger, Bylene, and Goldstein on the court for, I was about to say the Spartans as well, as Sanders knocks home the first free throw. I was going to say the Spartans, Tristan, because I think about Michigan State, the way that Lincoln Southwest gets the ball out of the basket even after makes and pushes.
100%. I mean, you've seen it with fears for Michigan State is how quick they want to go and score. And I think that's a very good comparison of just how quick these teams want to be on offense and then how they want to play some pretty scrappy defense.
Jackson bounces it to Long. Long now to Yeo, being guarded by Sanders. Yeo kicks it over. Owen Wilkie thought about the three, didn't take it. Instead, the lefty will drive right. Kick to Yeo, right slot three, no good. Rebound in traffic by Owen Wilkie, but he lost it on the way down, controlled by Goldstein.
Wilkie's just got to be strong there. You know, we've seen that this Rockets team can get some offensive rebounds, and right there would have been a big one.
Mesger will skip it cross court to Uzziah Sanders. Goldstein looks his way, doesn't give it to him. Uses a screen from Meyer. Good hands by Yeel. Now Jackson tracks it down, spin move. He attacks Landon Bylene, and it goes. 7 fourth quarter points for Deontay Jackson off the deep bench.
We didn't see Deontay Jackson very much or even at all in the first half, and now you see that he's a guy that can score. This Rockets team going forward, not having a guy, you know, besides Tenneper that's really getting to the rim often, Yeel and Jackson might be those two guys to help him out.
Goldstein uses the pick from Meyer. Tried to bounce it to him, couldn't quite get it there. We'll have a couple subs now for Lincoln Southwest into the game. Number 13, Keandre Hughes-Williams enters for Creighton Meyer. And we'll have Trip Baugh entering. Just kidding. So Meyer will remain in the game. Mesger will sit. The 5 on the floor for Lincoln Southwest right now: Goldstein, Baugh, Bylene, Hughes, Williams, and Meyer. Deontay Jackson over to Zane Long. Long looks down low. Nice pass down low. It is Kyson Mercer on the finish. Simple flex cut, easy offense.
That's the off-ball movement that we're talking about, and that's just one simple bucket. And, unfortunately, it took to the fourth quarter to get one like that, but that's something that the Rockets need to work on going forward.
Bylene thought about the stop and pop. Instead, it's Trip Baugh driving right. He gets into traffic, throws it into a crowd of Rockets, ultimately controlled by Wilkie. Up ahead to Jackson. Jackson all the way through the contact by Bylene. Another to Deontay Jackson.
Deontay Jackson making some things happen.
Bylene slow to get up. He's okay. He's jogging up the court. Might need a breather. It's Keandre Hughes Williams on the right slot. He's driving on Wilkie. Spin move, 13 on 13. Floater up. No good. That one tipped out of bounds off of Lincoln Northeast.
I like the move right there out of Hughes Williams. Finding a way, he's just getting into the game, finding a way to get to the rim. Didn't go in, but that's the aggression you like to see off the bench.
Josh Anderson into the game now for Landon Bylene. Goldstein inbounds, Baugh's direction. Couldn't get a hand on it, out of bounds to the Rockets.
Slowing up here in the fourth quarter, not a whole bunch going on for either side, but we've seen that the Rockets are getting some buckets, and we at one point it was a 24 plus game, and now we're under 20 here.
57-41, 2.5 minutes to play. They try the flex cut again. Long throws it off of the back of Trip Baugh. Yale goes for the steal. It's Meyer. He kicks it out in transition. Left wing three, no good from Anderson. Rebound by Kyson Mercer. Off to Wilkie. The lefty dribbles up with his right hand, guarded by Keontae Hughes Williams. Now it's in the corner, Deontay Jackson. Here's the screen from Zane Long, being guarded by Trip Baugh. Now over to Yale, left slot. Dribble handoff. Yale keeps it. He spins into the middle of the paint. Tough finish. Due off Yale.
Good move by Yale right there. This Southwest team went deep into the bench, and this Rockets offense, Yale and Jackson finding ways to get to the rim.
14-point game, 2 minutes to play. Keandre Hughes Williams, three, no good. Rebounded Zane Long. So here's Jackson up ahead to Yale. He'll take a one dribble three and drain it. It's an 11-point game with 106 seconds to play. It's been greater than a 20-point lead for Lincoln Southwest. And all of a sudden, some game pressure on the Silverhawks. Timeout Northeast, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. The starters heading back into the game. Tristan, it's been the bench right now for Lincoln Northeast that has gotten them back into this one. The bench for Lincoln Southwest has not been able to hold the entirety of the lead. Here come the starters back into the game.
Yeah, I think as the Rockets, you see that the starters are coming back in. That means that you made a big impact, especially from the bench. And that's what you want as a bench guy is you're not going to get always the opportunities that you want. But when you finally get that opportunity to go in, like Jackson, like Yale, they're not just going to take it for granted. They're going to find a way to get their minutes and get their buckets. And that's what we've seen. And at one point, like we said in the second half, it's been a 24-point game. Now we're down to 11, and this Rockets team is playing hard.
By my math, it's been a 19-4 fourth quarter to this point. It shows you just how much Lincoln Northeast, how much work they had to do. But we talked about the gut check, Tristan. Lincoln Northeast has absolutely responded. The bench stays on the court for the Rockets. The starting lineup for the Silverhawks back in as Lincoln Northeast puts on some full court pressure.
No Teneper in right now, which maybe it's just because this is the group on the floor for the Rockets that has gotten them back in the game. But Teneper, I think, can make some big shots down the stretch.
Mercer hounding Wilson eventually gets called for the blocking foul. That is the fourth right now of the quarter on Lincoln Northeast.
Silverhawks just need to take care of the ball here. Don't force anything. It's not a time where you need to go and, get any big buckets or try to get to the rim or anything like that. Just take care of the ball. Don't turn it over and make any mistakes to make this comeback easier for the Rockets.
Wilson into the front court. Dribble handoff denied. Mercer hounding Wilson. Now he's got Micaiah Sanders. Deontay Jackson all over Uzziah Sanders. It's Owen Wilkie trying to shoot the gap on Hudson Mesger.
Rockets going to need to get up and put some pressure on him. They can't let him just take up this whole shot clock.
Here's Yale now on Wilson. It's over to Kerr, top of the key. Late shot clock. It's down to 5. Uzziah Sanders has it, but Kobe Kerr gets fouled.
the worst thing about that foul is that's a reset of the shot clock. And now if you're the Rockets, you have to create even more pressure. And now you have Kerr going back to the free throw line.
Kerr to the free throw line, missed his last two, as well as the dunk. Did get an offensive rebound and put back for 2 points in the fourth quarter between. 2-shot foul here with Lincoln Northeast having committed 5 fouls in the quarter. Kerr bricks the first one. 1:10 to go. 11-point game. Kerr takes his dribble, ball above his head, in and out, rebound Yale. Okay, here we go.
Got to get going here.
Jackson ahead to Long, over to Wilkie. Thought about a three and said he'll drive on Mesger. He'll kick to Yale. Just hit a three from that spot before. That one short. Rebound. Foul called on Zane Long. So Kobe Kerr has missed 4 consecutive free throws. He's headed back to the line.
I've been in Kobe Kerr's place. It's the worst when you're in this position, the other team's fouling, and you're the guy that keeps getting sent to the free throw line, and you just can't figure it out. All you want is for someone else to get to that line and shoot it for you. And just one. All you need is see one go through the rim, and you're all good.
Neither team has shot it well from the charity stripe
There it
today.
is.
There, Kobe Kerr knocks one down. 13-point game, or 12-point game, rather, with 56 seconds to play. Let's see if I put ye old announcer jinx on Kobe Kerr.
He's back.
He pays it off for me. I did not speak out of turn. 13-point game, under a minute to play. 59-46. Deontay Jackson handles right now. Over to Zane Long. They look to Owen Wilkie. They look down low to Yale. He drives. Fouled from behind by Kerr. Yale went for the thunder dunk. Kobe Kerr prevents the 2 points. He'll make Yale earn it at the free throw line.
Would have been a pretty cool dunk out of Yale right there, but in that position, when you're down, only 43 seconds left, it's a tough time to come back. But you have a way to get an easy bucket right there, whether you just go straight up or go under and use the rim as a blocker for you. But now he's at the free throw line.
4th foul on Kerr. Yale measures the first, hits the first. For Duoth, Yale now 6 points in this fourth quarter. Rockets paced by 9 from Jackson in the frame. Yale bends at the knees. Second free throw up and good. Back to an 11-point game. Timeout, Lincoln Northeast. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be right back with fourth quarter action on the ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Now back to fourth quarter action on 93.7 The Ticket.
It was 53-27 heading into the fourth quarter. With 43.6 seconds to play, it's 59-48. Lincoln Southwest leading Lincoln Northeast. Austin Orman, Tristan Gomez with you from Lincoln Northeast High School. After the 2 free throws by Duoth Yale, Lincoln Southwest will inbound underneath the Northeast basket. Micaiah Sanders with it. He can run the baseline if he wants. He's taking a couple steps, having some issues getting it in. He does to Wilson. Wilson splits a couple of Rocket defenders. It's ahead to Uzziah Sanders, who doesn't slow it up. Instead, he gets it to his brother, Micaiah Sanders, for 2.
It's a tough team to press against. I know you have to if you're the Rockets right now to try to get a quick steal, but just they are so quick and find a way to get through that press break.
Long gives it to Yale. Yale drives on Sanders. Kick left wing to Wilkie. Probably need to take that one if you have any shot of coming back. Underhand flip. Yale thought about the 3 and said he'll Euro into the lane. Floater up and down. Clock keeps running, 61-50, and Lincoln Northeast will call it off. That will be the final score, 61-50. You will hear the horn momentarily. We talked about it, Tristan, the gut check for Lincoln Northeast. They respond in the fourth quarter, but it's too little too late. We will go to break. We'll be back in 90 seconds to wrap things up from Lincoln Northeast. Final score, Silverhawks 61, Rockets 50. We'll wrap it up next on the ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome back into Lincoln Northeast High School one final time. Final score, Lincoln Southwest 61, Lincoln Northeast 50. I'm Austin Norman. He is Tristan Gomez. Tristan, will start with the victorious Silverhawks in this one. They were paced by 29 points by Uzziah Sanders. He had 17 at the break and another 10 in the third quarter, helping extend that lead out to 26 points. I believe that's the biggest the lead got. His brother Micaiah adds 14. Contributions up and down the roster for Lincoln Southwest, who wins it in what will look like a relatively comfortable final score. Never really felt like the outcome was in doubt, even after Lincoln Northeast pushed it to 11. But for a team that has its sights set on a state title, of ending the dominance of the Omaha Metro, has had plenty for Coach Alex Baugh to talk to his team about in the locker room, about staying buttoned up, playing with that edge all the way through to the end of the game, even if it was the bench that lost the majority of that lead, not the starters.
100%. I mean, we talked about it before the game. This is one of the best backcourts, if not the best backcourt in the state, and the Sanders brothers and Dakari Wilson mixing into that as well. And we saw in a game like this where you're playing a Northeast team that's, kind of been down, lost 5 games in a row, now 6. It's easy to kind of get comfortable, nonchalant, and, just be casual when you take that lead. When you get into state tournament time or just postseason time in general, this Southwest team is going to need to find a way to put teams away, because there's other teams around this state that will have a comeback where they make it more interesting than it was tonight.
One team that did make it interesting tonight for a little bit there was Lincoln Northeast. The Rockets start out hot with 7 early points from their leading scorer, Hayden Teneper. Ended up being a bit of a struggle for him in the second quarter, barely touched the ball, 0 points. He did end up with 7 points in the second half, Tristan, to finish second on his team in scoring. This was a game where there were certainly moments where Hayden Teneper, I thought, could have stepped up, where Lincoln Northeast, more importantly, could have made more concerted efforts to get him the ball in his spots. Everything that Hayden Teneper got, he had to work hard for after that opening flurry.
Yeah, the Rockets just seemed a little bit hesitant. Even Teneper looked a little hesitant. He makes those 2 threes early, and it seems like we're going to have a big ball game. It's going to be a shootout, and then he misses one, and it seems like he didn't have that confidence back. Even when you miss that one, I would have liked to see Teneper take a few more shots and know that you're the leader of this team. You're the leader on this offense. Mm-hmm. Find a way to get to the rim. And then from Yale and Jackson coming off the bench, 2 guys that I don't think Southwest expected to do too much tonight, and those were 2 guys that made a big impact and made it close at the end.
Yeah, 14 for Teneper, but he was paced by Duoth Yale, who ended the game with 17 points. 2 of them came in the first. He had 6 of them in the second, and then 9 fourth-quarter points, helping Lincoln Northeast make it a game. Pretty impactful game from Yale. He was all over the boards, had a couple really nice block shots and offensive aggression, especially late. But I think the story was a young man whose name we didn't even have. Wasn't on the roster, still not on Max Preps. Deontay Jackson comes off the bench and provides a huge lift for Lincoln Northeast. To me, Tristan, he was the one that really got the party going for the Rockets there in the fourth quarter. He paces them in the frame with 9 points. Had a nice floater, hit a 3, and got to the rim a couple more times as well.
Yeah, Deontay Jackson, I think, was the difference in this one that gave the Rockets any shot of a comeback. And if you're Coach Ritchie going forward, you got to see that these guys coming off the bench can bring the energy, be lights out. And that's the thing is, early in this game, we didn't see much energy from the Rockets. It seemed like Southwest was in full control, and there was no one bringing any momentum to this Rockets team. It was turnover after turnover. And Yale and Ritchie's were 2 guys that you just said, you know what, if no one's going to score, I'll be the guy that tries my best to. And I think going forward, Coach Ritchie might have to make some adjustments to the minutes and get those guys in a little bit more.
It was 53-27, Lincoln Southwest entering the fourth quarter. It ends up 61-50. Silverhawks. Very similar final score to the girls' game, 60-45. It is a sweep for Lincoln Southwest here at Lincoln Northeast. It's been a great day here calling in high school hoops on 93.7 The Ticket. Plenty more action coming your way. Thanks, as always, to all the great sponsors. Thanks to Nick Wyman running the board back at the Mothership, 1040 O Street. We'll have wrestling postgame coming your way soon. Stay tuned to 93.7 The Ticket for that. Normal ticket weekends, including Nebraska at Northwestern tomorrow. Husker basketball postgame around about 5 o'clock. I'll talk to you then. You'll hear from Tristan a little bit tomorrow. So for Tristan Gomez, this is Austin Orman signing off from Lincoln Northeast. We'll talk to you soon.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is